All right, let's dive on into it here. Sultai, Oko, or green-black Oko in a way. So the base of the deck is green-black along with Oko here to generate some tokens. One thing that's kind of cute is we have Woodland Champion here that says whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, put that many 1/1 counters on Woodland Champion. And Oko creates tokens, so Oko plussing to make food makes Woodland Champion bigger. Another synergy we have with Oko in this deck is with Dreadhorde Invasion. Owl Knight, thank you for the sub gift to Roonies. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome to our newest members of Hooglandia. With Dreadhorde Invasion and Oko can turn the zombie into an elk every turn, and then you get a new zombie army the following turn, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Let's actually play the 1/1 that reanimates when you sack a food. Is that the familiar? Sacrifice a food, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. You think so? Is that better than the Pappet? Cauldron Familiar. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. I like that suggestion. All right, and then we've got Vraska. Vraska can eat the food to draw cards. Got a couple of Wicked Wolves up here at the top end too, so let's go ahead and dive on into some matches with this one and see how it goes. I am Volpert. Thanks for the 15 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having an excellent Saturday wherever you are. It is a 1/1 for the Beast. That's true. Rankle's a neat one with Dreadhorde Invasion too, that's true. Puppet gets you triggers, it gets you singular trigger, right? Just one. My hotkey to mute my microphone and put the mute icon up on the screen is Shift M. So I have a lot of random capital M's in places on occasion when I'm not paying attention to what window I'm focused into when I'm muting. I think I'm just Dreadhorde Invasioning and then playing a Fabled Passage here. It is Dude Light. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a small one. So this can make this smaller. I can just murder that now. I think I just murder that rather than like spend a bunch of time swimming upstream against it. Crunch. These are 2 turns away from lifelinking. It does, Princess Silver. You will not be disappointed. Create a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food, you may pay 1. If you look at the top 2 cards of your library, reveal a perm from them, and then put them in your hand. That's interesting. So trail of trail of breadcrumbs turns your food into clues, kind of. Like clue adjacent. Alright, and I think I'm just gonna play this Murderous Rider, because in the event they, like, kill or bounce or shrink this, I want to lifelink next turn, so our life's getting pretty low here. So this will lifelink if it gets to attack with 6 or more power. In the event something like that happens, I want to lifelink some amount here. And it creates a food token when it comes in, right? So it's like 5 mana, draw a card, and if you're making other food, it draws more than that. It's interesting. Alright, so let's kill this, which puts us to 5. And then we get to lifelink for 2 here. Alright, if this doesn't go away, we get to lifelink for 9, we should be set. If we don't get to lifelink for 9 next turn, there's a real chance that, like, these Dreadhordes end up killing us at some point. So, ideally, we're gonna lifelink here. Yep. At any cost, yeah, exactly. Alright, so I can play out another rider here, which means I have 4 lifelink, so we're not just treading water, we'll be moving up. Their deck's blue-green, so I probably don't need to play around a sweeper. They could have mass manipulation, though, but that only takes 2 things at the moment. It's not really a big deal. Alright, so they're dead. Oh, sweet. And again, like, we've talked about this a lot. We've been building decks over the last few days. It's like, one of the things I always look for in decks that I'm playing is like, okay, like, how does my deck feel when I don't draw the card I'm named after? So, like, we didn't draw Oko that game, and our deck, like, still did stuff, right? Which is like, you know, gives me good optimism. Varying Grasp, an extra trophy here seems somewhat reasonable. Trim Once Upon a Time. Seems fine. I'd prefer if we didn't mention that content creator in my stuff, Almighty. Please and thank you. No, Murderous Rider is really good. The fact that it's just like a 2/3 lifelinker means it's even absurd against just aggressive decks. Card is most excellent. Alright, Dreadhorde Oko curve. We just draw a 3rd land. Sign me up. Need to mix a little Woodland Champion in here. Sounds great. Alright, that's a goose. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and hope to rip a land naturally next turn. How do I get a deck list for a deck I already played? Stream Decker page. You can also find, if it's a deck I streamed yesterday or the day before, it'll be on my website and my YouTube channel. There are deck lists in the video description of every deck on my YouTube channel. Rude. Shaman Exile, thanks for the 14 months of support. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me around.
When you understand reality, the fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Wow! Free eggs with Ugin. Busted. think I want to use this food to do this and Rider this rather than trophy since I drew another land here. We didn't really talk about it all that much in Ninja Turtles Jr., just like one of those finally type things.
We are but motes in a vast multiverse. Truth lies beyond vision.
Alright, I mean, if they're out of gas after this, we maybe have a shot. Word Insta, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for sending yours this way this month and keeping me employed. You now have a 3-3 among 2/2s, which is nice though. How long does it take for Deckmaster to get the new cards? However long until the person that maintains it updates it. Swing and a miss. That's good for us. I mean, we're not that far behind, right? I don't feel that far behind. Randomly gaining life here seems weird, especially considering, like, they have Trail of Breadcrumbs in their deck. I feel like I'd want to hold on to those, unless they have some way to, like, return them from their graveyard to play. Feels strange to me. They've launched an official impeachment inquiry, which is starting an investigation to lead to that possible outcome. Alright, so I think we just play Broco here and turn Geist and stripped its decks away. Which should unlock, it unlocks this, right?
You see the humor here.
Is that not how that works? That's probably not how that works. This is a delayed trigger, isn't it? Because it's still named Dungeon Geist, yeah. Alright.
Just can't see it. Oh dear.
Well, unfortunately for you, this is not President Trump's Twitter account, so what you think doesn't matter here. What matters here are the actual facts, so take a break. Now, what is kind of funny here is that while this didn't kill this, it's now green, so this now kills this, which is kind of hilarious.
Blind, remain blind.
Oh, did I just kill myself there? Oh, no, wait. I can make a food token. And then next turn... Oh, this has lifelink too. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're fine. Oh, no, I was going to lose lifelink again, but that's fine. So we're gonna block here. And then in response to the Dreadhorde trigger, we'll crack the food. Gobble, gobble. Draw. Okay. Oh. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Dee doo. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Don't call it a comeback.
Merriment is in the
This build's kind of sweet.
I've suffered worse.
Thunk. So this will make this into an 11-11. Grow, my child, grow. Steal it. Why do I want to steal their card? What does that do for me? It is not a zombie army anymore. Yeah, lost lifelink. Why do I need lifelink? It makes it a flawless victory? Maybe.
I assure you our deal is worth your while.
Cease this aggression.
The creator of 5-color hue. It's always adorable when people think they own deck ideas. I invented it! You created the magic cards. I'll bet they didn't create the magic cards.
The land shall conquer you.
I'd prefer if we don't mention that incredibly toxic content creator in my channels. Please and thank you. All right. So this is a 4/4. So, oh, this is only at 4. So I can send these two here and send this upstairs. Oh, it loses vigilance. Okay. I knew that. Somewhere in my head I knew that. Somewhere in my head I knew that it no longer had vigilance. He also made a video with a bunch of Nazi imagery in it, talking about how he was persecuted and other stuff like that that really wasn't okay. So my problem with him has nothing to do with his username and everything to do with how he responded to Wizards making him change his username.
Nature's true power.
I wonder if he was smart enough to take that down. He basically threw a fit though when Watsy made him change his MTGO username. And that was something included in it. Are they dead on board? They go block, block. And they'll take 5-7 or 5-11. That's not quite dead yet. I can remove one of their blockers with Oko. So if I remove one of their blockers with Oko, that gives us 6, 11, 15. Yeah, it's a good line. I was about to say, is this a game 1 Veil of Summer? It's a post-board Veil of Summer, got it. Alright, so... So Nissa down, I've got 2 decent blockers, and I've got food here. Next turn, this is going to turn into a 6/6 with lifelink, so that's great. I was about to say good morning, then I realized it's up for 14 hours, it's not morning anymore. Good afternoon, Cobra. Well, that saps our lifelink. Lovestruck Beast is pretty good. That's extra blockers for later. And then Oko basically treads water against Dungeon Geist, right? I think I smack with these. I'm not attacking with this. Oh, I could have made this a 6/6, huh? Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to make this a 6/6. And then attack with that too. Although I guess it's still not lethal at 6/6. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I messed up here. Because this food token makes this a 6/6. And then this would have made it a 7/7. And then they would have needed to block 2 things. Yeah, I definitely should have made 2 tokens and then attacked with this too and forced another block. I don't think it matters because we've got 2 foods here to gain some life. But that was definitely the optimal line. Yeah, the Dreadhorde synergy is interesting, and like Oko and these other things making random food so you don't randomly die to the Dreadhorde even when your token gets killed over and over again is like super appealing. Creating a zombie army is hungry work, ain't that the truth? All right, invasion into Broko. Just need any other land here? Any untapped land? Yeah, we've had a lot of wins as comebacks from One Life today. There's a chance Soul Diviner fits into here. Maybe. Oh, so I have double black. I have single blue, which is all I need for him. Probably want a second green for Wicked Wolf. Well, so again, while I don't want to be like the killer of fun and the bearer of bad news, the people who are being like, oh, this standard's sweet and it's guaranteed to be exciting and everything's viable, like, we're currently in the honeymoon phase. Most of what people are playing in the constructed events and on the ladder, even in Mythic and Platinum, are people playing bad decks against other people who are also playing bad decks. So while this format might end up being great, what we are currently experiencing is definitely not representative of what the final iteration of this format is going to look like.
I invite invite you to change your ways.
It's not even Teferi ruining things. I'm looking forward to, or not looking forward to it really. I'm interested to see what happens when explicitly, what's the word I'm searching for? When explicitly, Field of the Dead starts seeing a significant amount of play again.
I'm excellent and you're, well, not.
2 weeks of continuous FNM matches. Yeah, like, a lot of the decks we're playing, even the decks we're doing well with, are definitely not good. It's just, we're also playing our decks that definitely aren't good against other people whose decks are also not good. It's like bad deck mirror matches. Mr. Tasty, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub for the 23 months at that. Oko Dreadhorde does seem neat, though. It does seem interesting. All right, and like, that feels kind of bad, but if you like actually think about what just happened there, they really spent a time wipe to kill one of my cards, right? Like, those zombies were freebies from the Dreadhorde Invasion, right? Yeah, it's like Modern when you get rid of all the top decks, yep. Exactly correct. I made a food here with Oko, not only because some health down the line might be good for this if they keep killing our stuff, but this allows us to have an indestructible shield for the Wicked Wolf, which lets us insulate against another time wipe or destruction spell here.
I'm well equipped to deal with nuisances like you.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of the light.
Yeah, it seems sweet time, Wizard. I appreciate the Prime support. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday wherever you are. Prison Realm, that's rude. They already played their land for the turn, right? Yeah, we were on the play, I believe, if I recall correctly. We actually don't have Questing Beast in this deck. Oh, they do have Prison Realm. Gross. We actually don't have a Questing Beast in this deck, which might be wrong. Questing Beast is definitely a premium green threat. I do have a bunch of trophies that can get Broko back, though. Let's tap Narset here.
This is overwhelming.
I don't think I want to play a second copy of this. Maybe I'm supposed to. Could go either way on that. For people wondering why I didn't attack with this, it was bubbled by the Dovin here. For Questing Beast, invalidate Dovin's ability. It would, Gecko. It also invalidates protection, most importantly. If you're someone who's new to the channel, you've enjoyed the range of different decks you've seen played on stream today. A lot of these different decks we've been playing are viewer-submitted deck lists. If you have a sweet deck idea you'd like to see played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to submit it using the forum on my website. I'll be responding to deck submissions this evening, just like every evening after I stream. Unsummon my Wicked Wolf, sure. We need a new word for Questing Beast because push doesn't do it justice. It does a lot. It's got a lot of text on it. Yeah, probably giant as the opponent's win condition. If I had to venture a guess. Conclave Tribunal, sure. This is a question, since I generally agree with your political views. Don't you think censoring stuff you don't want advertised is counterproductive? In the actual sense, it produces the contrary effect. I don't think it's ever worked. It's not censorship. Here's okay, so this is something. Words have meaning. Words have meanings. And me removing crap I don't want present in my Twitch chat is not censorship. It's not fascism. This is a private Twitch channel. We can do whatever the flip we want here. So if I don't want certain people talked about, I'm allowed to do that.
These results are an anomaly, not to be repeated.
Censor me. My favorite is when people are like, you support fascism. I was like, that's not what that word means. You not getting to spew your stupid idea in my Twitch chat is not what fascism is. That's exactly right. I am not the state. Freedom of speech doesn't mean what you think it means. Modig, Buffuggle, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten back Broko there. I think it's important to take a stand and mention things that aren't okay. And I think there's a lot of people, when I talk about something being not okay, I think there's this pretty common misconception that not misconception, what's the word I'm searching for? There are people that just genuinely don't know. Like, did you know, since we have 3,000 people who watch Magic content, did you know that Todd Stevens is an awful human being and you shouldn't support his Magic content unless you like supporting awful human beings? Because the Magic community has grown a lot recently and there's a lot of people that don't know that and watch his stuff because they're just uninformed. We got you, Dirty Digits. Have a good rest of your weekend. Now, unfortunately here, the way this lines up, maybe I should have killed Narset because she gets the down tick again. My play was definitely loose here while we were ranting. Let's draw a card and see if we can remedy that. No, we can't draw a card. Play is super loose. Nothing, just the loosest of gooses here. We've been on for 9 hours and we're talking and multitasking. It's just not a good scene. We wanted the plus. We shouldn't have sacrificed, obviously. It's gonna be okay. At some point, I will have memorized all of the static abilities on all of these planeswalkers. Until that day, here we are. We wanted to gain a life, right? That's exactly right. Wanted to gain a life. We're gonna decline sacrificing. This time, obviously, because we can't draw cards. That's the ideal play. And then next turn, we'll tick her down and unlock Broko.
The ends justify the means.
This might be wrong to play out the other one of these. Playing out the second one's nice in the event that they, like, play Ugin and down tick, though. And, like, kill one, we get to keep it going. We get unsummoned here, so we don't have an attacker next turn. Yeah, I guess if they unsummon and then Ugin down tick the Prison Realm.
I am ancient and wise. Heed my advice.
Yeah. The fact that the Murderous Rider on the Dovin probably was wrong. The fact that we haven't drawn any spells hasn't helped, but I think if I would have used the Murderous Rider better, it probably wouldn't have mattered. That's a good, I like that distinction, Bonnie. There's a difference between saying we need to avoid talking about something and saying we don't need to talk about it anymore because it's already been discussed. Definitely agree there. Protection from white, creatures can't attack you. Wow, they're just like full on prison. Yeah, generally speaking, people who I would describe as not horrible human beings don't commit. Don't have that background code, junkie. And we're dead. In fact, I don't really need your money if you understand that. If you understand that and you're okay with that, I'm not okay with you. So feel free to bugger off and develop some morals. All right. Noxious Grasp. I guess Noxious Grasp only kills Dovin, which probably isn't good enough. I definitely want Duress. Trophy seems fine. May or may not want Disdainful Stroke. I feel like Lovestruck Beast. They're mostly on sweepers. Maybe Lovestruck Beast is the trim. This comes back over and over again, which is really cute. So I think we want that against their sweeper deck. I think this is the trim. Sure. Fill up. The trophy case is going to be nice and stocked, you could say. How is Juntenge? The red felt largely unnecessary. I think I take the negate here. Hey, Ray Day Pinball. Fuck you.
Revel with your king, wise and sovereign and free. I think a little merriment is in order.
They hope they got their money's worth. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think we're just on the 3/3 every other turn plan. Which is kind of awkward because his first two activations get eaten by the Sun Summon now.
Surely you see the humor here.
I'm not sure of the production. I've not heard of Rooster Company before. I do think WotC sponsoring large creators from other games is some of the best advertising money they can spend, though. The goose just gets eaten by the goose just gets eaten by this time wipe, so I think I'm just gonna take the land here. Now I have to find out if roosters have teeth. Ciao, Dizzle. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hooglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. I wish someone would tell Professor that WotC can support big name pros all they like, but they don't have the reach. I mean, that's definitely true, right? Hey, Varilla Civilia, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome. Am I trophying Blast Zone? Am I? I guess it's like spending an answer on their answer and it lets me use my mana this turn. That's probably fine. It's for the 7 months Vexology. People don't like being told they wasted money on the wrong people. I guess. Two things, Bilbo. One, you have to apologize and show remorse to begin change. And two, the community of people that you hurt are in no way obligated to be accepting of you and welcome them back after you acknowledge that you've hurt them. Magic the Gathering is a luxury hobby that people play for fun. It is not a basic human right. I know a lot of people think Magic cards are like water and they should have all of them for free. It's like when people refer to like compare people cheating in Magic and getting banned to like the criminal justice system. It's like that's not even close to the same. Not even close to the same. If Watsy said our cards are now free, I wouldn't say no, but it's not great for us. Ain't that the truth?
Meditate and prepare.
Alright, what's Narset getting? At some point, I bet we're gonna draw a spell this game, and when we do, it's gonna be really sweet. In the meantime, Broco's on the alternating make 3/3s every turn, though. Defrey's incredibly rude because he eats my 3/3. Alright, let's kill their Narset in response here, because she's going to draw another card, so spending a trophy to deny them another card draw sounds great. Nebula! Thanks for the half a year of support, I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around.
Right on schedule.
It kind of sucks to be like, we've flooded, and we've not... Yeah, there we go. I was just about to say, we've like flooded, but not managed to draw a second black source. So like, we're both... have too many lands and still can't activate this at the same time. My opponent's not pressuring my life at all, so let's pay 3 and draw a card. Yeah, hit me, dealer. Greatness at any cost, chat. Greatness at any cost. Ninix, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Whoop. You tell him, Jeff. Also talk about pineapple on pizza again. Oh no, Broco. Come back, Broco. Moments of Zen. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. When you've cast 2 trophies but still have more lands than your opponent. Ain't that the sad truth? Oh no. I wonder if they're gonna bubble. I wonder if they're gonna bubble the food or not. The heads up play here is to bubble the food to keep their Teferi alive. You think we're in garbage time? I don't think we're anywhere near garbage time. I think we're in a fine spot. Like, so one of the things that newer players especially, frequently misevaluate against control decks is like, the control deck doesn't really have you in a sleeper hold until they have a constant flow of card advantage. So like, while my opponent's like annoying us and answering our stuff 1 for 1, the fact that I have Oko, a planeswalker that like poops out 3/3s every other turn, is a sustained source of board presence, like, that's different than what they have going. Like, this card kind of draws cards repeatedly, but it's once every 4 turns, right? So, like, them drawing an extra card every 4 turns is not really that big of a deal. I have the castle, too. The castle is also relevant. Thank you for the 3 entire years of support, P-Head. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Let's try this.
Alright. Hit me, dealer. Greatness at any cost, chat. Any cost. Veto me, daddy. Veto me. Nagate, sure. Oh, isn't this exciting, chat? The next card we draw is only going to cost us 2 life. The next card we draw is only going to cost us 2 life. What a treat. What a delight. We've been paying 3 life for cards, 2 life for a cards of steel. That's fantabulous right there.
Surely you must be famished.
Surely you must be famished. The 3/3 being a +1, it must be a misprint because it was supposed to be -1. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That's yeah, look at that. We got Argyl's Bloodfast on a land. Hey, Tenorka. Yeah, there are a bunch of great decks. If you're looking for decks after the stream's done or while you're watching the stream, sure, check out my website. Lots of great stuff up there. Yep. Oh, that was a punt. I was so excited about this only costing us... Chat, now the card's gonna cost us 3 life. That's fine. 3 life feels like home. 2 life's too good of a rate, okay? It's too good of a rate. Three's more balanced. It's what we deserve. I agree. Alright, they're bubbling the food. So since they're bubbling the food anyways, we're just gonna make another one, right?
Show remorse. I'll show.
Are they about to bounce my food? Don't bounce my food! Don't do it! Whew! Whew! Didn't bounce my food. I mean, them having extra mana doesn't really matter, right? Like they kind of have pretty close to infinite mana. I feel like. Cauldron Familiar. Nitro Trigger. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Whew. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. They knew he couldn't stay away, away, away. Hey, hey. Win condition acquired. Refreshing to see someone stick to their guns and saying, I don't need your money, love your content and your views, keep it up. Thanks for keeping me around. I think this, can they beat this card? Can they beat this card? I feel like they have some exile effects, right? I feel like they largely can't beat this card though. All right, 2 life for 1 card.
I have a plan.
They're dead. The Cauldron Familiar. Pack it up, pack it in. The Familiar's got your number. Oh yeah, bubble my kitty.
Can withstand my
I like when you bubble my kitty, opponent. I want my pre-release with the cat because there's an artifact. Yeah, Witch's Oven. Empty Chair. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Happy Saturday. I bet the opponents, they're a Nexus player that's just like struggling to find their way in this brave new world. Yeah, I appreciate it. Alright, so this upgrades to an elk. This is only at 2 still, so I think I want to smack Dovin first here. Cat's bubbled, so not doing anything with that. I have another unsummon. It's just like I'm winning this game at the moment, right? Like I'm kind of annoyed, but like I'm technically ahead. Like, it doesn't feel good, but we're technically winning. Screams internally, right?
The facts can't be denied. I am beaten.
Like, we're the one that's been drawing 2 cards here. And again, like, that's the big difference. And this is what, losing 5 mana Teferi is such a big deal for the decks like the opponents, because 5 mana Teferi was a card that really lets you hammer that extra value in, right? It was the card that buried them at the very end. Have all the mana you want, buddy. Alright, so before I use Broko here, we're going to send the Cauldron Familiar at Teferi. Because remember, they plus Teferi, so they can time wipe us here. They can wipe our time. Oh, I can do this at end of turn? It's instant speed? That's so busted. Cat's good. Cat's busted, chat. Broke it.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
One bite, and all your cares are gone. Alright, hit me, dealer. Ooh! Ooh! I'm aware this is, we have a candy emote. I'm aware this is putting us to 0 technically with these, but I've got food and I've got a kitty, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna cash this one in now, I think. Just gain my 3. Any cost. Alright, my... I guess I'll pay 2. Subscribe to ask why no Witches Oven. This is a viewer submitted deck list. So my question to you is, what should I cut for Witches Oven, and why is that the cut? Let's not lose 3 a turn. Losing 3 a turn seems aggressive. We finally did damage to them. Oh, by the way, we're down a game here, so when we scrape this one out, we have to play another. Uh-oh. If they exile Broko here and they have a sweeper, we could be in trouble. Oh no, did they draw a time wipe too? Oh no. Yikes. Well, I don't think I want to put this into play because this gives me 2 extra turns. So I don't think I return the cat because I want to gain 3 rather than 1. That's really bad for us, yeah. Yikes. Alright, maybe they can draw some bricks here, huh? If they go brick, this gets to lifelink. Oh, that's so unfortunate for us. We were so far ahead, and then, like, they hit, like, sweepers and crap. Oh, it's not a good scene for our hero, chat. That's the inverse of a brick. Oh, that's incredibly unfortunate. We flooded a bunch early game. And like we're starting to pull through. All right. Well, you know, huh. So, do I get Broco back? Because this is protection from white. So like Broco makes a food every turn, right? Which is like better than killing this, I think. 'Cause I have so much mana. I think I'd rather have my Planeswalker back.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
Because if they attack me with this, sacrificing the food gets me back to where we were, right? And if they attack him, I get further ahead.
One bite, and all your care.
I mean, I need to draw something else, obviously. Like, we need to draw something else that's live. But I mean, like, I don't... So, chat, people that are like, you still die to Dreadhorde triggers, did I have a line that didn't leave me dead to Dreadhorde triggers? Because all of my lines leave me dead to Dreadhorde triggers, right? Yep. So they had Teferi to bounce our thing into creature, which is like pretty brutal. All right, what does that do? Goose keeps us alive, right? Goose means we're solidly not dead yet. And if we're not dead yet, next turn we get to lifelink. Goose gains 6. Wait, I have a question. If this is Goose, does that make the zombie army Maverick? Is that how this works? Just to clarify. Trade Goose for an Archon. Is trading Goose for the Archon good? Is that ideal? I feel like it's not. Like the Goose making extra health. Like if the Goose survives, it gets to make food during my upkeep, right? So I think I just do that and pass. Because, like, I can take 6 here and gain 6, and then in response to these triggers, like, make food, crack food. So if this is a brick, we might have stabilized here. Gobble, gobble. We've had a lot of good one is not none games today. A lot of good one is not none games today. This does leave us dead to a sweeper or a removal spell, though. So, like, there's that. So this is time wipe, then, since we're dead to time wipe. How are the timers looking? They have 12 minutes. I have 13 minutes. They scried top. That's not a good scene for our hero. Are we dead? I can draw a card with Castle. That's on my radar. Yeah, it's the only line we have, right? That's really unfortunate. That's a tough set of top decks. I felt like we did a good job stabilizing, like playing back and forth in the early game, and then like just like Teferi into creature into removal spell. We just needed like one of those 4 draws to like not. We needed one of those 4 draws to be a land, right? Like if any of those draws are a land, we get a hit in with a zombie army that gains 6+. Maybe I was supposed to swap a food. Maybe I was supposed to swap a food for the 3/2 that game. No, because then I'm down 2 food and that's not good enough, right? That would have been 6 life. Yeah, good back and forth for sure. I'm probably supposed to take a land here. Hey, Psychonaut, thanks for the half a year. Stream Decker is where everything is posted. So if it's not on Stream Decker, I don't have it anywhere else. Yeah, let's do this, right? I drop this in, and then next turn I can go Dreadhorde plus Goose. Goose will grow this up. We can start getting this bigger. Yeah, I mean, getting tilted doesn't really help anything. I don't know if there's been any. I don't know if there's been any jump outs. I guess Oko's better than I was expecting him to be. We should just assume 3-mana planeswalkers with high starting loyalty are great. Oh, that's true. There's deck lists in the Stream Decks channel on the Discord. That is very, very true. Aristocrats, eh? So if this finds a Murder Rider, we can kill the priest. All right, there's a Wicked Wolf. Wicked Wolf gobbles this up next turn. So we're dead. I believe we have died. I'm not sure anybody's ever actually won a game after this happens. So they're gonna kill Goose. They'll kill Maverick. We have to sacrifice Woodland Champion. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I do have the big bad wolf to eat this next turn though. And like they're almost out of cards, so like maybe like this is getting bigger. Can we survive this priest activation? Crunch. If they go to kill this, we'll eat the food. I suspect we'll see them kill this. Really? Okay. I guess this, making this happen is kind of like using up, it's like dealing 3 damage with it in a way, because that food was going to gain 3 otherwise. Hey, Technophile, thanks for re-upping on that Prime. Welcome back. It has been a crazy last couple of days. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully the hype rides high for a few weeks. That's kind of gross. I think if they attack with both of these, I'm going to eat Judith. If they attack with just this, I'm going to trade. The one free Scott Thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Actually, I'm just gonna throw this away because next turn this will be a 6/6, right? And I can deploy this, which will let me trade next turn and then keep this growing. They're gonna start activating their castle next turn though, which is a little scary. Would really like a Broko so we can gain some life. Or a way to deal with this. I don't have a clean way to deal with that one. I guess the Dreadhorde Invasion is like a pseudo clean way to deal with this. It like blocks it for 1 health a turn, which is okay. He said before his opponent played a second one. I'm gonna trade here because these will be 5/5s which the Lovestruck Beast can trade with. Both the black and blue castles are very good, Bob. We have not been particularly good at drawing spells with this deck. If they only attack with 1 here, I get to just, like, throw this under a bus. So if I block like this, they can trade eat, which I think is fine, right? Because they could eat this, but then these trade, which is also fine for me. Like, I'm killing a knight either way here. They go pump. Yeah, this seems good. Remember, these get Death Touch when they pump up too, so double blocking's pretty bad. Yeah, so like, it doesn't matter how they pump here. I'm still taking one off the table. Not in a good spot, but you know, could be worse. If we're like a trophy away from like killing this. Or this could find a murder. Okay. Thanks, X-Joe. I appreciate it. So, this being heads up makes their attacks a little bit awkward. Although we're also, like, getting into that danger zone, right? Where, like, this is hurting us and, like, Judith is threatening to burn us out as well. So, could really use a Broko as a stream of food to heal up a little bit. So, if they attack with both, I get to double block. Like, block one, and then when they go to pump the one, that's when it having this in front of it, the Murderous Rider gets to kill it. Yeah, once upon a time, finding adventures is just like kind of everything you want in life. So I think I killed Judith here. So I'm taking 3 to do this. So like, I take 2, and then I take 1 from Judy, then I'm going down to 3 next turn. Woof. Opponent's also flooding a little bit, so we got that going for us. Alright, so I'm gonna block with this, and then we'll crack the fetch after it dies to shuffle it back into our deck. Five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're about 50%. A little more than 15. Actually, I don't even want to do that, right? Because, like, I'm dead. I'm dead if I do that, right? Because, like, with the Judith, I take 3, and then I take 1 from Dreadhorde Invasion next turn. I think we're just dead. Woof. Knight of the Ebon Legion is just so good. Card is quite excellent. Oh, I could just cast it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're coming back from there either way, but yeah, you're right. We weren't just done on that board. I could cast it. I think I'm cutting to Dreadhorde Invasion against an aggro deck. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Which is Vengeance the -3/-3? I think their creature types are a little bit too spread for that to be good. You think if we register 6 Oko, anybody would say anything? Is that a legal play? Maybe I want to go down to just one of these. Probably never want to draw 2. Let's do that. Need to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. I actually think this hand might be okay. The knock against this hand is perhaps this many shock lands is not good to keep in the aggro matchup. Could see that. Could see that being a real downside. I get to pay 2, play Goose, and then next turn we can like make a 1/1, play a tapped land, and then like play untapped land, play Lovestruck Beast. Ooh, that's exciting. Well, that's just the line, right?
I'll shear the wolf in your eyes. In you, I think a little merriment is in order.
Hey, thanks for the biddies, iLegend. Hope your Wednesday's going swell. If you feel like it, you can feel free to take a peek at the deck queue. Let me know if there's a deck in there you'd like to see a little bit sooner. Although we are clearing a lot of it out today. Churning through standard decks real fast at the moment.
Ooh, I feel so alive. You're blind to your folly.
Did I do the card recommendation? Yeah, just about, Y-Sticks. Alright, that's pretty good actually, right? I get to do this. And then I get to do this. We haven't gotten Oko plus Champion going yet. This seems pretty sweet, because this is a token entering. Play my 2-mana 4/4, go. It's like only gonna get bigger. You just can't miss a beat against this card. Like, as soon as you miss for the first time, you're just buried. Nah, Henge unfortunately needs very specific subset of things. It needs a lot of creatures, and it needs them to be exceptionally large. I think I'm just gonna trade here. I don't think I really need to attack with this Lovestruck Beast. I think I'm perfectly happy just like 3 mana, 5/5 on defense, go. Wow, they cooked my goose, chat. It's a little rude. Yes, I'm sure I want to upgrade my food.
Your new look is enchanting.
Thank you, Oko. I think it is. Adventurers are creatures except for when they're on the stack as an instant or sorcery. So everywhere else they are creatures. You cannot Snapcaster Mage them. They don't count for Crackling Drake, etc., etc. However, you can negate them when they're on the stack as an instant or sorcery. They cannot be duressed, however. That's another important one. It's actually a really sweet thing about the Giant Sweeper. The Giant, Alright. I don't know if that's an upgrade or a downgrade. Have a change. You're different now. If you're able to cast a creature from the graveyard, could they be adventured from there? I think so. I know there's a lot of corner cases where some of those questions get a little hazy, I think. I don't think I want to pay 4 to draw a card here. I'm like kind of ahead at the moment, but I don't think I'm pay 4 life to draw a card ahead, if that makes sense. Wow, way to shoot my cat. Cauldron Familiar does let Lovestruck Beast attack. Lovestruck Beast loves his pretty kitty.
Welcome to the feast.
Welcome to the feast. Maybe I'm supposed to make another 3/3 there. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to make another 3/3 there. I don't know. Feel like pretty far ahead at the moment. That's the way they could catch back up really quick, though. Priest is incredibly powerful. All right, we boarded in 2 copies of Legion's End, chat. We boarded in 2 copies of Legion's End. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess. And then Oko can answer the other one, right? Oh, I can steal it. Woohoo! Looking a little hungry, opponent. Looking a little hungry. Oh, buddy old pal. Tasty. Of course, Shaman Exile, we aim to please. And when you're a mod, the timeouts have to come from yours truly. This deck's been really sweet. I don't know if it's good, but like there's been a lot of like little intricacies that have lined up really well. Lovestruck. The more I play with Lovestruck Beast, the more I enjoy it. Mira Jane, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent weekend wherever you're at. Yeah. Is this one good, chat? What do we think of this one? Aw, you played a 1/1? Play my O2. Hey, chat! We get to play Oko in Historic with Land War Elves and Goose. Who's excited for that one? I know I am.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around. I think a little merriment is in order.
Little merriment is in order.
So hostile.
Oko is so broko you forgot his third. I did. I was excited about him, and I had completely forgotten that he had a third ability. Was kind of surprised. It's like, oh right, this card does, but it's like, but wait, there's more. You're gonna win because of the clock in your mid-range mirror. Woof. So if I block Goose on the other one, they get to cook the goose. I don't think I want my goose to get cooked.
Ooh, I feel so alive. So hostile to the truth.
Ooh, that's a good one, yeah.
Your demands, Lord. I won't forgive this.
I guess playing her and down-ticking her means that the Footlight Fiends get to kill her this turn, but that's kind of okay, right? Yeah, these Goose Oko decks seem to give the aggro decks a real hard time. What's my impression of food as a mechanic? I really like it. Well, I guess if I block like this, they get to kill the Goose. So I guess I just do this and let him take 2. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want my Goose to die. The food mechanic seems like when they spoiled what food did, it felt like maybe I should have just, yeah, if I just block one, yeah, I think your line is better. I don't know. I don't think there's a wrong way to eat this, Rhesus. I feel like we're definitely heading into like build your own adventure, win however you want territory. Put on your true shape. Food is like what energy should have been. I think energy as a mechanic was perfectly fine.
It's not fair.
Some of the details were wrong, like the numbers were slightly off, but we were like Rogue, Refiner, and Attune with the Aether not existing away from energy being very reasonable. In my humblest of opinions. No, it starts a new one. So, if you keep Oko Dreadhorde going, you get to make a new 4/4 every turn. How difficult it was to interact with energy was definitely part of it, I think. But I do really think a big part of it was the fact that they just didn't, they just stapled it on for free to too many different things. Gobble, gobble. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we go to Theros and don't get the rest of the temples. How many packs would you say get X amount of rare wild? You get a guaranteed rare wild card every 6 packs. I just have full sets of everything. About 250-ish packs gets you a playset of commons, uncommons, and rares from a given set. So I just open 250 packs or so per set. Yeah, the food mechanics seem reasonable for the most part because food isn't just tacked on to otherwise playable cards. Like, food, the fact that something's making food is included in the rate that it has, basically. The flavor of this set is really well done. I hope when we go to Theros, if they redo some of the gods, they reuse the way the, like, Kefnet and them, like, things like that work. Those gods are very reasonable. Opponent gave it their college best here, but even after they found an answer to Oko, like the rest of our game had just snowballed too much. There's like not beating the Wicked Wolf at this point, so it's got a steady supply of food. This card seems super powerful. I feel like the Goose Oko Wicked Wolf package is gonna go into a lot of different shells. Like what other third color do you splash with it, etc. I'm going till I drop below 2k. Yeah, something like that. We might be here a while, Fitzbull. My lovely wife has agreed to bring me dinner again, though, so it's gonna be okay. Because she's great. We just, like, feed the Wicked Wolf till he pukes and they die, right? This doesn't remove it from combat, right? Yeah, I submitted green-black, Bob. The deck list was due 5 minutes ago. Why do I need her to bring me dinner when you already have all this food? Good question. This deck's been sweet, but these games have been quite the slog. Quite the slog. Probably play one more match with this, and then win or lose, we'll slide along to Fan of Fear. Make sure we get some good variety in today. For people who are new to the stream, we always play a ton of different decks every day here. All those decks you see listed in the stream title are things I plan to work through. Usually we play each deck list for somewhere between 60 minutes and 2 hours. Most of these decks are viewer submissions. If you're interested in getting your deck played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to check out the submission process linked on my website. So again, this is very important. This hand is keepable because this once upon a time is going to be a land. Right? Right, Magic Arena? This once upon a time is going to be a land, which makes this hand keepable. Whew. And I went ahead and did that first, so that way I can have a little bit more information to know which basic I want to fetch here. So like, for instance, if I found Breeding Pool with the once, I would get a Swamp here, but because we found Watery Grave, I'll fetch a Forest. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think we've run solidly below average in a lot of these games. Alright, I'm going to send Woodland Champion into the firing squad here. Really? That just didn't die. Alright, deal Reno. I was going to get bounced to my hand. Shame on. Shit. Fool me once.
Stand by and watch.
Yep. Yep.
I've done the hero thing.
The real question is, though, chat, as someone who currently has Oko in his hand, can I really judge my opponent for playing Teferi? I think this deck would be better if you cut Dreadhorde for a spell that didn't kill you. Yeah, maybe, Bob. Or maybe, like, play less than 4 Dreadhorde, like just a couple. I feel like Dreadhorde's been okay. So if I play Broko here... No, I was thinking if I play him, the food could attack, but I have to sack the food. I think I'm just playing Once Upon a Time here. I really don't need a second blue. So the plan then is next turn to play Vraska and then eat one of their planeswalkers. Sounds good. So send a message there. Let Teferi know how we feel about him. Hearthfit, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to Hoaglandia.
A quest of mystery.
Darkwell, welcome back. Thanks for the third of a year. Fires, yikes. That's pretty scary when we've been sitting here missing land drops. Yeah. How do you feel about the Rakdos aggro decks? I feel like there's 100 different ways to build the Rakdos aggro decks, and I have no idea which one is ideal. Hey, thanks for the tips, Almjord. Almjord? Almjord? Oh, usernames. I'll be doing this long enough someday to pronounce them. On your website and snatch up your black-red aggro list. I got to meet you in the first match ever. Nice. Thought it looked familiar. All right, so I get to pound one of their. Actually, you know, I wonder. I think we kill. They have another Narset. Yikes! I think I'm just gonna kill Teferi then. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill Teferi. You feel, yeah, I would be very surprised if there's not some competitive Rakdos aggro deck. Would be very surprised.
Keep an open mind.
Not only does Rakdos seem reasonable, but we played a Mardu Knights deck as the first deck today, about 10 hours ago when we went live. That also felt pretty reasonable. Yeah, Dreadhorde Butcher's been a little underwhelming. Their Narset Impulse did whiff there, which is nice. Weatherlighty, thanks for the sub giftee. No, it was a random sub list, Bob. I don't know how different it was from yours. I didn't compare. The list we played's in my stream decker if you want to look.
I fight with a dragon's rage. Magnificent.
So if we draw land here, we're actually in a pretty okay spot. Because I can Vraska, untap land. I can Vraska, kill the dragon. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I Vraska, kill the dragon.
Wherever I go, I leave bodies in my wake. I guess today's your lucky day.
And then we make this a 3/3.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Draw cards, then deal damage to any target equal the number of cards in your hand. Can I win if I take 9? Can I win if I take 9? There's no fear in this dojo.
Come on. There is
Still
no
have much to
peace in
learn.
defeat.
I mean, a lot of their draws are going to be lands anyways, right? If they get greedy here, they might Deafening Clarion and then plus this to try and keep it around. Rats. They played the land, so I thought maybe they weren't going to do it. They might also kill Oko here. Well, so attacking this doesn't kill it, right? Like, I still have to deal with it later. So, like, now they're planeswalkers off the table, right? Alright, that's gross. That's obscene. That's awesome. If we hadn't stumbled, we might have had a shot here. But unfortunately, we stumbled. Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Step aside or be crushed.
Neat. Neat. Duress sounds great. Trophy sounds great. Lovestruck Beast seems bad because they have lots of ways to get rid of the 1/1. Rest of this seems fine. Let's give it a go. Za. Bronto for the fires. Maybe? I don't like, I guess. Outside of, like, Fae of Wishes for Command the Dreadhorde, does the fires really do much? So the fires lets them cast Dreadhorde without needing that. I don't think that card's very good, Spellheart. I think the number of black cards you're interested in taking is kind of narrow. And unless there's like a mono black deck or a mostly black deck in the format, like spending 2 cards to get rid of one of theirs is not a worthwhile exchange. I mean, is it that, like, are there, like, they have all of their colors. Like, they would have cast every spell they cast that last game except for the last Dreadhorde. Yeah, Duress seems a lot better then.
I wish to surrender now. I put thoughtfulness before action.
Yeah, not getting Teftir is ideal for sure.
I was not prepared for this.
Yeah, so I talked about that, Aiden. I said it's not worth spending 2 cards to take a card of a different color. The drawback on it is very significant.
My hair is on fire? Sit back and watch it burn.
Fires with Chandra's nice. It's neat.
It's over when I say it's over.
And go over it, IOK or Thought Season Standard again? Nah, probably not. Of course, I also wouldn't expect them to print this card, so all bets are off is probably the real answer. We gotta sweep my board here. My Dreadhordes are slowly killing me. I feel like I've read this book before. I feel like I've read this book before. All right, this is good. That card doesn't impact the board, so they're trying to find one that impacts the board. If they miss, they're dead. Oh, I guess this technically impacts the board, huh? Go into 3. Yep, definitely going to 3. Yeah, we played Yarok Field yesterday and today. You can find it on my website and my YouTube channel. Yeah, I feel like while Dreadhorde Invasion has been fine in a number of spots today, it has never been good as a pair. I also think we've drawn pretty poorly today. I think that's definitely the case. Like we've flooded a lot, but I do think that every time we've drawn 2 Dreadhordes, it's been awful. Yeah, we're just dead to our own Dreadhorde Invasion again. Alright, that's fine. That was gonna be our last one anyways. With this deck. Alright, thoughts on what's going on here. And honestly, like, another thing to go back to too is like, what's really powerful in this deck isn't even necessarily this package so much as this. This is really good. Goose, Oko, Wicked Wolf, like these 3 cards together, like the other 63 cards that you put around them can vary pretty drastically, I think, and change how your games play out. And trying to figure out what optimal Oko, Wolf, Goose surroundings are will probably be pretty reasonable in this format. Murderous Rider continues to impress. I really liked this card in general, not only because it provides a random aggressive threat, but it's defensive very nicely as well. If you like this deck, yeah, there's been a lot of Bant variations that have been running around. There's lots of other colors you can splash, right? Like, you can play Bant, you can play Sultai. Vraska Golgari Queen pairs with Oko nicely. Vraska, I think, is also kind of uniquely suited in the format. If more people are playing things like Oko and like 3-mana Teferi, a lot of the Planeswalkers are smaller right now. She kills Scions, Oko, and 3-mana Teferi. So those are all things that she can cut off. Speaking